The arrival of the United Kingdom Carrier Strike Group in Mumbai was celebrated with great fanfare by the British Deputy High Commission, which hosted the Great Future Showcase in Mumbai, India. The UK Carrier Strike Group, led by HMS Queen Elizabeth, was on a mission to visit more than one-fifth of the world's nations by visiting 40 nations, including India. The aim was to further strengthen the economic and tech ties between the two nations. One of the largest British-led naval force deployments in the last 30 years, the UK Carrier Group served as the beginning of the British government's tilt towards the Indo-Pacific region in terms of defence and foreign policy. In this special episode, we bring you an exclusive view of the Great Future Showcase, a unique exhibition and event which brought together leading business innovators from the UK. Lord Offord of Garvel, Parliamentary Under Secretary of State to the Scotland office, opened the Great Future Showcase in Mumbai, which featured and promoted British business innovators in future mobility, healthcare, life sciences, tech and clean growth technologies. He also shared his views on the exhibiting companies.
We're here in Mumbai, and here we are on board HMS Defender, which is part of the Carrier Strike Group deployment into Southeast Asia. And I think it's very symbolic that actually we have the main aircraft carrier just off the coast of Bombay here, HMS Queen Elizabeth. And they've been on a 6-month tour through the South China Seas and coming now into India. And it's been very interesting to see the collaboration between all the various countries in the world coming together. So we've got the Royal Navy leading the flotilla, but we've been joined by the US Navy, the Japanese Navy, the New Zealand Navy, Australian Navy, the Indian Navy, and it's been a terrific collaboration. Part of the event we're doing here is called the Great Campaign, and the Great Campaign is the British government campaign to promote British companies overseas. And what we've been seeing today on the stands outside is great collaboration between Indian and British businesses. If there's one thing that unites them, one theme I think is that it's very much an eco theme. It's about a new world that we all have to live in, where we have to take care of the planet and we have to take care of our health. So there's a lot of companies here that are doing diagnostics. There's a lot of companies that are doing detection systems. There's also health companies. There's electric bicycles, electric cars. I think the two countries, Britain and India, face the same challenges, that we need to decarbonise, but we also need to get healthier. And the population, of course, with the COVID that we've just had, the challenge is on now for all of us to be healthier. At the end of the day, what we all want to do, we want to live longer, we want to live better. And so actually, I think when you look at the trade stands, you'll see all the collaboration going on between the British and Indian scientists, the technologists, and the marketing people. Is a very natural collaboration, and I think it's very encouraging. This is the private sector trying to respond to this changing world that we all need to live in, and I'm very encouraged by what I've seen outside. And I just see great opportunities for the UK and for India working together in partnership, whether it's in defence, whether it's in commercial life, in business life. Let's get on with it, let's get closer.
Great Future Showcase, hosted by the British Deputy High Commission India, was like a floating exhibition to present what UK has to offer in terms of new technologies. Various British companies showcased and demonstrated their world-leading technology and innovation in the areas of defence, healthcare, life sciences and clean growth. Exhibitors shared their views on how their products fit into the Indian market. First up, we spoke to Asim Malhotra of Smith & Nephew, a global medical technology company that designs and manufactures technology that takes the limits of living. Their innovative product, Cori Surgical System, offers a large portfolio of compatible implants for total and partial knee arthroplasty.
Smith & Nephew has been founded in Hull, UK in 1856. We operate in more than 100 countries around the world. We are very passionate about the technologies on medical devices that we bring for the well-being of our patients and of surgeons. What you see behind me today is our latest innovation in orthopedic robotics-assisted surgery. In India, we've been with this technology for over 5 years now. In fact, in 2019, we were awarded by the Economic Times as the best healthcare brand in India. What you see behind me is the Cori robotic surgical system, which is our second generation robotic system and is part of our digital healthcare ecosystem for the OR of the future. So India is a really important market for us at Smith & Nephew. We see the need for robotic assisted orthopedic procedures to grow at almost 20% over the next few years. And we make a lot of investments in the Indian market in terms of education, awareness and adoption to really help build this market and provide the best care for patients and for our surgeons.
Next, the spotlight is on one of the global leaders in threat detection and security screening technology, Smiths Detection, that provides solutions to protect people and infrastructure from threats, illegal passage of explosives, prohibitive weapons, toxic chemicals, and much more.
Smiths Detection is a global leader in the development, manufacture and deployment of threat detection and security screening equipment. For over 50 years, we have been serving customers in aviation, ports and borders, urban security and defense. Smiths Detection continues to be a key partner for the Government of India and has been present in the country for over 20 years. With our pan-India presence, global product training center, best-in-class technical team, we meet stringent SLAs across all market segments. Our present-day technologies provide the right mix for India's future vital strategic needs. In the current environment, one such development is the BioFlash, a biological identifier originally developed to detect mail threats and has been recently adapted to detect COVID-19 from an air sample on location and in near real time. It can be strategically deployed at high people movement areas and does not require a lab interpretation.
Lumira Dx, a next-generation point-of-care diagnostics testing company, displayed a COVID-19 antigen test kit which detects antigen nucleocapsid protein from a nasal swab with results in under 12 minutes from sample application.
Lumira Dx is a UK-based company, recently launched in India just about 4 months back, and today is the first day of launch at the CSD with the British High Commission Group. Right now, we are very new to India, and Lumira Dx is a next generation point of care technology company which is transformed, and it is getting into transformation of the community healthcare right now. It manufactures and commercializes the point of care platform with a broad menu of 30 tests right now, which is in the pipeline, and as such, all the results on the Lumira Dx platform will produce result within few minutes, which is also a lab comparable result. So currently it is approved in the US. Currently it's approved in the US as well as in the UK, in many government hospitals, primary healthcare centers, general physician clinics, schools, colleges, and even in India we are going to replicate this model. We recently received the CDSCO approval to market and sell our COVID antigen test in India, which is, we call it as a high sensitivity antigen test, which is almost equivalent to RT-PCR as CD33 with close to 98% sensitivity. It's almost as accurate and precise as PCR. So this is a moment of pride for us with our products in Lumira Dx.
With a mission to help millions of people to adapt active mobility, Go Zero Mobility is a British maker of performance e-bikes and signature lifestyle merchandise that provides optimum riding experience to consumers.
We are basically bridging in the health and the fitness aspect of it and trying to bring in Go Zero's products which are providing you to be fit, healthy and cleaner and greener at the same time. So that's what we are trying to bridge in, and the products that we have here are very innovative in nature. These are all designed in the Birmingham center that we have and have been brought here and have been made in India to suit the need and the requirements of both the markets. We brought in the e-bike concept in India in 2019, and that very well attracted people to look into a wider option of things that they can use for commute as well as for being fit. So that's a sort of a bridge that we were trying to build up, and that what we have been able to do it successfully. The UK government has been very helpful for us in terms of expanding ourselves, in terms of getting to different market and the exposures that we got in those markets. We have been working with them parallelly since 2019, have been participating in multiple activities, events. The kind of exposure that we got into the market helped us to build more sales, helped us to get more people and consumers more attracted towards the brand, and able to create a very lively and active brand into the market.
EO Charging is the UK's leading electric vehicle charger manufacturer. The company designs EV charging solutions for homes, destinations and commercial environments by providing a new charging ecosystem which gives businesses and individuals the power of energy autonomy.
EO Charging is an UK-based brand. Company is into manufacturing and installation of chargers, electric vehicle chargers. We are specialized into four-wheelers, fleets, buses, trucks. We have solutions for AC and DC. These are the futuristic solutions which are being adopted in other future-ready countries, EV adopting countries. These are the services which are required for sustainable EV market which is upcoming in India. India is growing with EVs now. India is adopting EVs. So EVs have their own problems. You need a better solution in terms of charging. So EO is ready with that solutions, and India needs such kind of sustainable solutions which are now being recognized by the whole world. We are already selling in 35 countries, and we are the most reputed brand in this segment.
What 3 words is the simplest way to talk about location with precision? It has divided the world into a grid of 3 meters by 3 meter squares and given each a 3-word address.
Essentially what 3 words has done is it's taken the entire world and divided it into 3 cross 3 meter squares and given each square a unique identifier made of random words. What 3 words is also available in 50 different languages, including 12 India regional languages, giving half of the world's population an ability to communicate precise location in at least one of the official languages. Well, if you look at India, addressing is really complex. Villages, remote areas, highways, farms, addressing has always been a challenge. And that just kind of accentuates this entire addressing problem. But we've also made a lot of progress here in India. Tata Motors became the first manufacturer to get what 3 word system into the navigation systems. And then you've got BVG uses what 3 words in emergency medical services to report incidents faster rather than relying on people trying to talk about where they are. We're on a mission to give everyone a very simple way to communicate location in the language that they understand, making this entire world a more safer, easier and an efficient place for all.
On that note, it's time for a short break. The Great Future Showcase will be right back. Welcome back. The Great Future Showcase held in Mumbai, India continues. Moving on, we spoke to Chef Saransh, wherein he told us about his innovative dish, butter chicken pie.
Well, we are at the Goila butter chicken stall right here at the Great Britain event, and what we've done is very beautifully we've combined a desi Indian dish which is butter chicken with a classic British pie. So we've created a butter chicken pie to celebrate this beautiful tie-up between India and UK. So how about I show you how that pie looks?
Transformed a desi cuisine into a classic British pie to celebrate a strong tie-up between 2 nations, India and UK.
I would first of all like to thank DIT and the UK government for being so helpful and helping small entrepreneurs from India to be able to voice out their passions in UK as well. Goila Butter Chicken is an Indian brand that cooks everything that's northwest frontier. It's a dish that has different names across the world. For instance, in London they call it chicken tikka masala, but we call it butter chicken. And I think the only difference is that they look at it slightly differently and we look at it slightly differently. There's a big debate, where did this butter chicken actually come from? And I believe that it belongs to both the countries. And I feel Goila Butter Chicken stands for that. It stands for the spirit of Indian cuisine and how Indian cuisine can be represented globally.
Next, the spotlight is on Gravity Industries that designs, builds and flies jet suits, pioneering a new era of human flight by leveraging cutting-edge technology to reimagine human flight and forging an elegant partnership between mind, body and machine.
We're a company based in the UK and we build this, which is the jet suit. It allows any human to fly anywhere in 3D space. So there's 2 micro gas turbines on each arm and 1 large one in the back. All the electronics and the fuel is housed in there, so it looks like just a small rucksack on your back, but yet allows you to fly anywhere. I could fly onto that ship right now. And it's an amazing opportunity to show the people of India our technology.
Demonstrating the strength of UK's automotive future mobility solutions, London Electric Vehicle Company, or LEVC, announced their launch in India with Exclusive Motors as their partner for the Indian subcontinent.
LEVC is one of the first electric products which they bring. Now this is electric vehicle mobility solution in a shuttle form. So it can actually be used for family transportation, for tourism, for business. It's an electric car with a difference. Very important technology in this is that the car isn't fully electric car, but because we find this very useful in India because it has a range extender, which is small like an emergency generator. Because in India we have challenges right now with the network for electric charging stations and the range of the batteries. So at least with this, the driver and the will never be under stress that he may run out of charge or something, because he will always have an emergency backup or switching on the generator to charge the battery, which will then drive the car. So that is a very unique feature and I think extremely applicable in the Indian subcontinent.
With the deployment of the Royal Navy's Carrier Strike Group and the exhibition, the UK continues to strengthen both its military and trade relations with India. Viewing India as a key partner in security and trade, Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, Elizabeth Truss, attended the Great Future Showcase on the HMS Defender to further strengthen UK and India's defence, economic and security ties.
It's a huge pleasure to be here this evening, that we have this opportunity to work together. The fact that we have this group of vessels, that our navies are doing joint exercises, shows how the UK-India relationship is already deep, but it's getting deeper and it's getting firmer and it's getting broader. In areas like technology, the UK is the 3rd in the world for the number of unicorns, billion-dollar tech companies. India is 3rd in the world for the number of startup tech companies. If we put our resources and assets together, we can do so much more. India is the 2nd largest investor in the UK. I want to see more UK investment into India and all the fantastic opportunities in this country. So we have a fantastic range of things that we are doing together that stretch all the way from the economy to defence, to trade, to climate. We're working together in all of those areas. And the reason we're able to do that is because we trust each other. We're friends, we understand each other, and we know that when we say something, we will do it, and we will reliably work with each other. I believe that these opportunities that are in front of us will really bring great benefits, first of all, to our people, because that's ultimately what we're here to do. The British citizens who work for Indian companies in the UK, the Indian citizens who work for British companies in India. But it's also of a benefit to the wider world, because when countries like India and the UK that believe in freedom, that believe in democracy, work together, we help make the world safer, and we help make the world more prosperous. And that is our mission as the United Kingdom. I know it's your mission as India, and let's toast to this relationship, this friendship, going from strength to strength. Thank you.
We also heard from other key government spokespersons from UK and India.
This is as close as a diplomat gets to a Top Gun moment, so it's been an incredible day to be flown onto the Queen Elizabeth carrier and then spend a great time with our this HMS Defender ship.
I think this is a new world, a new beginning for all of us in a post-COVID world. We don't know whether to call it post-COVID or not, but there are stronger ties, stronger friendships being developed. Britain, a new Britain coming ahead, a United Kingdom coming ahead with India for a new global partnership. Today's meetings, today's gatherings not only signify about food and culture and the shared past, but something we can share in the future as well. The world now is a changed world. We have opportunities like trade, bilateral relationships, security, freedom, peace, and we also have threats like COVID, another couple of zoonotic diseases, and climate change. And these opportunities and threats go beyond the boundaries of any countries. And I think it's time that all of us who think alike, who speak alike, who work alike, shoulder to shoulder, can come together and work. Today's mission for the Carrier Strike Group, and as they move ahead with different countries, is to work with partners along with the world, work together for a better planet. I think that is what our task is from now on. Let's keep it at that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I want to say thank you to our friends and allies. Admiral Tass, I think is here this evening, the head of the Dutch Navy. We have the US Consul General. When we act together with friends. And I want to say a special thank you to all of you who have been involved as the partnership with the UK and those countries as part of Carrier Strike Group. Thank you, sir. And perhaps finally, and most importantly of all, I wanted to thank, through the Minister, through Admiral Kumar, our hosts. We are the guests on your land, in your waters. You are generous hosts, you are a great nation, and there is so much more which we hope we will do together as friends and partners to make our oceans secure and peaceful. Thank you very much to India, thank you very much to the Government of Maharashtra and to the Indian Navy. Thank you very much indeed.
The Great Future Showcase proved to be a splendid display of what UK has to offer to India. Following the historic 2030 roadmap commitment made by Prime Ministers Modi and Johnson to strengthen the bilateral relationship over the next decade, the United Kingdom and India are working more closely than ever before for the joint development of both these historic nations, and the Great Future Showcase has served an important part in the same.